So listen to this. Deontay Wilder is supposed to be fighting January the 16th, 2016 in the Barclays Center on Showtime. If you don't know, it's December the 5th, 2015 when I'm recording this video, and Deontay Wilder does not have an opponent. We find out that his opponent was supposed to be Vojislav Glazkov. He fought Steve Cunningham. He's a main event fighter, and he's ranked number 3 behind Anthony Joshua by the WBC. Well, Glazkov is also the mandatory for Tyson Fury's IBF title. He's been the mandatory since he beat Steve Cunningham, about a year ago, if not a year ago. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live, and it's looking like I'm going to be at Deontay Wilder's fight in the Barclays Center in January. But right now, the biggest issue is the WBC said, okay, we're going to allow you to fight 3 voluntaries before you fight Alexander Povetkin. So he fought Eric Molina in June, right? And then his next fight after that was supposed to be Alexander Povetkin. Alexander Povetkin goes on and fights Maurice Wach November the 4th. So Deontay Wilder at this point in time had fought Eric Molina in June and then Johann Duhaupas in September. So now he's fighting again in January, but the WBC said the only way we're going to allow this is basically you got to fight somebody in the top 15. So when it comes to the top 15 of the WBC, it is deep. Glazkov would have been a nice solid fight for him and a winnable fight, but when it comes to a lot of other fights, like fighters that's ranked by the WBC, for example, let me read the list to you real quick. Number 1, Alexander Povetkin. He's the mandatory. We know Alexander Povetkin fought in November. Him and Deontay Wilder has to fight they're going to fight maybe in April or May of 2016. You got Anthony Joshua, who's taking on Dylan White next week, December the 12th. You got Vojislav Glazkov, who we know now well, let me talk about that a little bit, in more detail. They were in negotiations, and what Kathy Duva, the promoter of Glazkov, said was that Wilder and his team was slow rolling with the contract. So then, since the fact they were slow rolling with the contract, they figured, well, we're going to try to go after that IBF belt, that's going to go to purse bid in the next couple of weeks, because that's supposed to be going to purse bid before the end of this month. So they basically said, the hell with Deontay Wilder, the hell with that WBC belt. We're going to go for that IBF belt, which they can likely be granted to be champion, because Tyson Fury might not even want to keep that belt. But I'm not going to talk too much about the Tyson Fury situation because him and Deontay Wilder can't happen anytime soon. Deontay Wilder has to fight January the 16th, and his opponent has to be somebody that's ranked in the top 15 of the WBC. So you got number 3 is Glazkov, you got number 4 Bermain Stavern, you got number 5 Kubrat Pulev, number 6 Lucas Brown, number 7 Carlos Takam, number 8 Artur Szpilka. That fight can happen. The Artur Szpilka fight can happen. You got number 9, Teeper. You got number 12, number 10, Wach. You got number 11, Joseph Parker. Number 12, Andy Ruiz. Number 13, Chris Arreola. Number 14, Tomas Adamic. And number 15, who I think that it may be this guy named Kiyotaro Fujimoto. Don't be surprised. You're hearing it here first. If Deontay Wilder fights Kiyotaro Fujimoto, because he's ranked in the top 15 of the WBC. Don't be surprised. With this short of notice, with about 7 weeks left to the fight, it's like, well, who can you really expect for him to fight? It's not even 7. Yeah, it's about 7 weeks or so. Like, who can you expect for him to fight in such... No, it's about 5 weeks, 6 weeks to the fight. Who can you expect for him to fight in such short notice? So it's a shame, but that's just... that's the political landscape of boxing that we're in right now. I would have liked to see him fight Glazkov. I don't like the fact that Glazkov is trying to go after that IBF title, which is likely going to be vacated. I'm going to talk about that in a whole different video. But we'll just have to see. T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.